Welcome everybody to the Forum at a Glance. This is a weekly review of what's happened on the forums, this time for the week of October 28th to November 4th today. So beginning of the week's top announcements, GovAlpha is ready to return their unused DAI budget. They published a post to document the return of over 218,000 DAI to the pause proxy. These funds have accumulated through over budgeting, and the GovAlpha team has contacted MakerBurn to aid with the UI accounting of these actions. Furthermore, GovAlpha intends to continue the process of reviewing and returning unused funds at the end of their budget periods. Well, next up, GovAlpha, yeah, sorry, I was kind of like confused. Yeah, so GovAlpha introduces their first edition of their new initiative, called the Delegate Roundup. The Delegate Roundup aims to provide an overview of recognized delegates operating within Maker governance. It also serves as like a one-stop forum post where members and community of the Maker can monitor how recognized delegates are performing. There's some analysis and charts and details to check out in the post. Next up, we have the SES team, who shared their first major report on benchmark done by their research project, X-Ray. This is a result of research work, including expert interviews, team surveys, desk research, and data benchmarks with valuable contributions from across the industry. There's actually lots of interesting information from the research, so definitely check it out. Moving on to the top 3 discussions. We all know Rune submitted a sub-proposal to offboard the current facilitator of real-world finance core unit. This thread led to some heavy discussion between much of the community. Solutions and next steps are being made to continue with a best decision approach for MakerDAO and its community. Not exactly sure where this is going to lead, but keep an eye out for future posts and polls on the forum. And yeah. Next up, with real-world assets being one of the largest potential opportunities at MakerDAO, their complexity can promote some risk. And in response, Rune published a simplified overview of the arranger model as a solution to mitigate risk when scaling real-world assets. The post contains input from some of the real-world asset experts in the community, and Rune promotes further discussion and feedback by the community to help further refine the framework. Luca Pro is working on a detailed report containing a formal and professional opinion on structuring highly scalable real-world asset capital allocation that's coming soon. And the final discussion from Paper Imperium, where recent publications have promoted a shift in legislative and regulatory focus. The publications are in Paper Imperium's post, and they are narrowing stablecoins to just those that are convertible to fiat. In response to these regulatory updates, Paper Imperium proposes that DAI should be best described as something other than the term stablecoin, now that stablecoin-specific regulation is being advanced. He promotes community discussion to help determine some good alternative expressions to use in place of the word stablecoin. And moving on to our signal requests, which isn't as much as last week, thankfully. Seb from Real World Finance presents an update for P1 drop and requests to increase their acquisition price to 2.85 million, which would provide MakerDAO exposure of 2 million per farm. The expected debt ceiling is 20 million, and the 10 plus equity tranche would be 8.5 million. In addition to all that, the signal requests also to add Arkansas as a possible state. And next signal request from James from the Real World Finance presents a detailed MIP55 signal request to the community for support in their RealDAO Special Purpose Fund. The RealDAO SPF is a unique approach to express the willingness to experiment with other ways to handle real-world assets. The Real World Finance core unit asks whether MakerDAO would signal 50,000 DAI SPF. Oh, okay, so it's just gouging sentiment. All right, so they're gouging sentiment on the RealDAO Special Purpose Fund. And anyways, they're asking whether MakerDAO would signal for 50,000 DAI SPF with certain conditions to build the infrastructure. And the final signal request, Matic, Comp, Bal, and Aave vaults have shown poor performance and difficulty covering Oracle gas costs. And with addition to other issues presented in the post with Matic, Nick from Oracle's core unit signals to offboard these vaults. And that's it for Forum at a Glance. For more information, check out the Forum at a Glance post. It contains more announcements, discussion, 3-point summary, evaluations and reports, as well as ongoing initiatives and help wanted. And if anybody has any feedback on the Forum at a Glance regarding format, adding things, structure, send me a message, let me know. Thank you, guys.
MakerDAO.